Hi, Tim Unkert here, and in this video, I'm going to be working on my portfolio and changing my website. And this specific video, I'm going to create this hero section here that I have in this design mockup that I made. Okay, we're going to do this on a Windows machine running Windows 11, and we're using Notepad++ as our text editor. So I haven't used Notepad++ in a while, but I've found some cool things about it. So if I go up to Settings and Preferences, I can first enable dark mode, which I'm going to do. It makes me feel a bit more like a coder. I can also change the theme. We could do dark mode default, or we could do a bunch of other themes. We could do, let's say, monokai, for instance, which would be pretty cool. Let's try that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a folder here. And what I'm going to add is I'm going to go to my documents, and I'm updating my Unkert development folder. So I want to actually create a new folder. Let's call it Unkert. I'm updating my Unkert development site. And let's select that folder. And let's save this file as, let's go to our documents and go here, and we'll save it as an index.html file, because that's going to be the landing page file. So I'm going to start up here. The other thing I might want to do for this video is just increase the font size a bit. So let's make it nice and large for you guys to see. Let's do 20. Okay, so I'm going to start with a doc type. I want this in capitals, doc type, HTML. And then I'm going to open an HTML tag, and I'm going to tab over, and I'm going to create the head of my document. I'm going to tab over again, and I'm going to make a comment. I do that with a left arrow bracket, exclamation point, 2 dashes, and I'm going to say something like metas, and that's for the meta tags. Below that, I'm going to have a meta tag, and it's going to be called meta character set equals, and then let's do UTF, capitals, -8, okay? Below that, I'm going to have a tag that is the viewport tag, and I'm going to say the content equals width equals device-width initial scale equals 1.0. Now I have word wrap turned on. Let me just show you where that is. So if I want to do word wrap, I just want to make sure this is checked. I can click on it and it can be checked. Okay. So, all right. So we're doing the viewport tag. Okay. And then after that, we want to have our description for our SEO. And I'm going to say for that, something like, this is Timothy Unkert's portfolio site, where he highlights his skills in several coding languages. Okay. All right. And below that, I'm going to have a title. We're going to say that this is UnkertDevelopment.com. Is that my title? Below that, let's link in a style sheet. We're not going to create that just yet, but we're going to say link relation equals style sheet. And then href, we're going to create a folder called CSS. So we'll do CSS, and then we'll have a style.css. Okay. And then we'll close out our head tag, And we'll start our body tag. We'll go down a little bit and close out the body tag. And right above the body tag, we're going to pull in a script with a source of script.js. And we're going to have this in a folder that is called JS. Okay. And then we'll close that out. All right. And then we'll go up here. And in here, we're going to start to look at this mockup. Okay, so I want like a nav bar here across the top. And that's probably in like a header. And this whole area might be in a header tag. And this is more like a hero. Okay, so I'm going to create a header tag. And we'll go down and close the header tag. Okay, and then we'll have a nav tag within that. And we'll close our nav tag. And then within that, we're going to have an unordered list. We'll close our unordered list. And we'll have some list items. And we'll close each list item. And we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have and do 6 of these. So I just got to copy this. Six. Okay, and we're also going to have basically our logo. So we'll have a link for that. And right now we won't have it go anywhere, but we'll have class equal to logo. And that's going to say development.com. You notice that with Notepad++ now the autocomplete is much better. In each of these, we're going to have a link to. We'll have a class equal to something like nav link. And then we'll close each of these out. And let me copy and paste a bunch of these in. So I'm going to go Control C and then paste, paste each of these in. All right. Okay, so we're going to have GitHub, projects, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, and TPT is for teacher pay teacher. So we're going to have GitHub, projects, it's going to be a page. We're going to have YouTube, let's see, then LinkedIn, and then let's close this out this side here. Let's have Twitter. And then what was the last one? TPT, teacher pay teachers. Okay, so we'll save that. All right, so that's the first part of our header. And below our nav, we're going to have a div with a class equal to hero. Okay, and we'll close that div out. Okay, and so within that, what we're going to do is we'll have 3 different divs here, this one, and this one. All right, and we'll have a div around. No, actually, we can just use a hero. So we'll do with the div with a class equal to, let's call it flex3, and close out that div, and we'll have 2 more of those. And I'm probably going to break this series up into parts here. Okay, so within this, we're going to have 2 divs here, and we'll have something inside of that. So we'll have a div with a class equal to flex2, something like that. And we'll close out the div there. And then within that div, we're going to have a logo for our Python, and then the actual text. So we'll have a div class equal to hero logo, and we'll close that one out. And we'll also have a div with a class equal to hero text, and we'll close that one out. Okay, and then we're going to have two more of these in the first div. Okay, and then the same thing for the second div is going to have three total. No, four total. Sorry. So I have to do, let's see, another one of these. So we have four total here. Okay, and we're going to take that, copy that, and we'll put that in this one. And then this last one, we're going to have this bigger image and then one of those. So we're just going to have one of these here. And then below that, what we're going to do, or above that, we're going to have a div with a class of hero person image, something like that, or just person image. Let's do div class hero person image, something like that. Doesn't really matter. It's just for later on for the CSS. Okay. Within that, we're going to have a figure, and we'll close out the figure. And then within that, we're going to have an image. We don't have a source just yet. Alt text is going to be a picture of okay, and so then what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to in this I want to have a folder with images, and then I want to have the logos. Okay, so I already have my logos right here. So if I go to my documents and let's copy this, options, just copy it, and then go into development. Let's create a new folder. Let's call that images. And then within the folder, let's paste. And we've got the logos there. Okay, so now if let's see, view, go to folder as workspace or file open folder as workspace. Open that one, and then I can view it. I've got the images, and then I've got the logos, and I've got these logos in here. Okay, so now what I can do is I can start to bring in those logos. All right, so let's go here. Let's create a image. Actually, let's create a figure with a class of hero logo figure. And let's close out the figure. And then within the figure, let's create an image with a class of hero logo image, just so we get, a bunch of these. Source, we're not going to put the source in just yet. Alt text, we're not going to put that in just yet. Okay, and then let's take this and let's copy it and then put it each place where the logo is. So for each one of these, paste that in. Paste that in. Okay, and one more here. save that right now. All right, so we've got a bunch of stuff here. Let's go up to the top and start bringing in our images at this point. So in our source, just close this out here for a minute. In our source here, we're going to have images / logos. Let's see. Make sure the path is correct. And let's just keep this open so we know what we've got here. Actually, let me pull up the side view again. That might make it a little bit easier. It's a little hard with all this font here. Okay, so we got PNG. So yeah, I guess I got to leave that. So we're gonna have logos / first one is Python PNG, and then we'll put for the alt text will be the Python. We want to make sure we put our alt text in, and then for our hero text, we'll have a paragraph of the class equal to hero text paragraph, and then we're just going to write something like Python. Okay. And for right now, we'll keep it as a paragraph. Who knows? We may change it to a span. Depends on later on. We'll see. And then we'll have images, logos, and then the next one, if we look at our mock-up here, is JavaScript. So javascript.png. Okay, and we'll go here. The alt text will be the JavaScript. Then we'll have our paragraph with a class equal to hero text paragraph. And we're going to say JavaScript. And then close that out. And then we go down here. We're going to do our next images, or our next image, or next logo, really. That's going to be C#. So we've got the C-# PNG. We'll say here the C# logo. Okay. Make sure to save as we go. And then in our hero text, we're going to have a paragraph of the class equal to hero text, and I can use autocomplete here, paragraph. Just hit tab to do that. That's a nice new feature that I've noticed on Notepad++. Very nice. Okay, and then in here, we're going to put something along the lines of, I think just C#. Something along the lines. That's what we're going to put. Okay. The next one, let's look at our mockup. So we've got PHP below there. And I actually probably will move this PHP down. So we're going to go images / logos / then php.png. And our alt text is going to be the PHP logo. Okay, and then we have our hero text. So we're going to have our paragraph class equal to hero. Go down, hero text paragraph, and we're going to say PHP. And close that out. Okay, so now if we go down here, we're now into this second div. So we're up here again. So we're going to the HTML part. So here, we're going to go to the images, and then logos, and then html.png. Our alt text will be the HTML, let's do 5 logo, because it is, I think HTML5 is the logo. And then we're going to go here, and we're going to have a paragraph, again, with the class of hero text paragraph. Autocomplete with that. And we'll just put HTML in caps, close out that paragraph, and go down. Next up, I believe, is CSS. So right here, going to have images, logos, and then css-3.png, and we'll say for alt text the CSS3 logo. Save it, and then go down here. Another paragraph with the class equal to hero text paragraph, and we'll say CSS3. Close that up. I might put HTML5 here now that I'm looking at this. Okay, after that we have Java, then Node.js. Okay, so we're going to do an images here, and then logos, and then java.png. So here, the Java logo. For alt text, we'll go down here. We're going to have our paragraph, class equal to hero text paragraph, and we're going to say something like Java. Let's do caps lock, Java, and close that paragraph out. Go down here, and the next one is the node one. So again, path is to images, logos, and then we want to have node.js.png, and we'll go here, and we're going to say that this is basically the Node.js logo. Okay, and then we've got hero text here, so our paragraph class is going to be hero text paragraph, and we're going to say Node.js. Close out the paragraph and move down. Okay, so now we got the image of myself there. So, and then we've got C++. Okay, so right here, path images, logos, c-.png is the name of this. The alt text is going to be the C++ logo. And then we're going to go down here and tab in. Our paragraph is going to have a class of hero text paragraph. Okay, and then within here we'll say C++ and close that out. And hit Control and save, and now let's take a look at what we've got. So go to our documents here, go here, and we're going to open in Chrome. And this is what we have so far. Okay, so the C# logo is not showing up. So I've got to check that, just fix that. And picture of Timothy Yunkert isn't showing up yet because I haven't made it yet. So we'll do that in a later video. But the C# one we have, so we should just check the path of that. So let's go back up here. And we'll go to C# logo. So we've got C. Oh, it should be logos. So I'm going to save it. And now if I refresh, you'll see the C# logo shows up. So we don't have this picture yet. We're going to make that in a later video. And it does not look like this just yet. But we're going to style it with CSS in a later video. Thank you for watching this one. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications. It really does help the channel grow. And we'll continue with this playlist as we now style this hero in the next video. I hope you enjoyed this video.